Hello everyone, and today we're going to react to a YouTube video. So yeah, anyway, we're just going to go on YouTube here and make sure you comment, like and subscribe. Anyway, here we go. We're going to react to Son of a Glitch, Sonic Mania.
By advertising on YouTube, I catch the eye of my
some
ideal
you might know
customers
about
at the
this
right time.
channel. It's called a+start. He does Son of a Glitches videos.
Son of a glitch.
You know, with different names. Like this.
Sonic Mania, a brand new classic Sonic game, has finally made its way to us after 20 years of waiting, but guess what? It brings some classic old-school glitches to the table as well. So let's kick things off with the very first glitch, and this involves getting Sonic into Knuckles' part of Green Hill Zone. Near the beginning of Sonic's Green Hill Zone, you can find these spikes, and if you get right on the edge, you can wiggle yourself off into a void, which would usually kill you, but this time we can actually bypass it and reach Knuckles' stage below. The added bonus to this is you can reach a giant ring early using tails, which also means you can start collecting those Chaos Emeralds right away. You can see as we enter the gold ring that the background changes to the dark cavern area of Green Hill, which is what it's supposed to be like. Don't worry, I already know what you're thinking. Can we get Knuckles into Sonic's stage?
It's either that it doesn't work for me,
all we have to do is at the start of Knuckles' stage, bounce off this crab meat from a great height, and if you glide immediately, the height should get you onto this wall, which you can just climb and then reach Sonic's stage. Chopper bounce up and down into nothing is pretty funny. And now it looks like everything's underground in Green Hill, which is actually pretty cool. With Knuckles, this effect actually lasts the entire stage, so that's a really cool little side effect. Moving on to our next glitch, and something I know a lot of players annoyingly encountered on their first playthrough. In Chemical Plant Zone Act 2, there's this tube that takes you to the Mean Bean Machine boss, which I just want to say is a great idea.
Oh yeah, when you hold right
but if you jump into this tube and you hold right the entire time, once you're finished with the boss, if you continue holding right, you'll get stuck in this small little capsule thing that you're in. I don't know what you'd call it, but yeah, you're pretty stuck here. there's no way out. Yeah. So the lesson is, don't hold right the entire time.
Yeah, you have to restart.
Yeah,
don't restart.
This strange room where you're swept up by a gust of wind, but Sonic will try to grab the monkey bars at the same time. My name's Sonic. You're probably wondering how I got here. Sonic's now stuck in these two states where he just cannot be freed, and we're stuck here. The only way out is to pause the game and restart the act. Okay, let's talk special stages.
Oh, I know this one.
You have glitchy instances. For example, in the fourth special stage, if you jump down this gap with the 10 rings in a strange way, then the camera will actually glitch out and will ascend to the heavens. Eventually, you'll get this great bird's eye view of the entire special stage, and just on camera, you can see how the stage actually kind of loops in some odd way. I have no idea what causes this glitch, but it definitely made me laugh the first time I saw it. Something that made me laugh even more was in one of the special stages, the UFO actually came back on itself and made it 10 times easier to catch. Running on this side of the track seems to trigger it and causes the UFO to kind of confuse its path and come backwards. It's a pretty interesting glitch, really. But one of the most interesting glitches is a piece of movement tech which actually makes getting the emeralds way easier. If you turn to the left or right and then jump while holding the opposite direction you're headed, you actually travel faster than Sonic is supposed to. If you use this technique with the bumpers at the side of the course, you can actually gain even more speed, and some of these Chaos Emerald grabs become ridiculous. This technique kind of takes a little bit of practice, but once you get the idea of it, it's really simple, and you'll get those Chaos Emeralds in no time flat. And what do you do when you get all 7 Chaos Emeralds? You get a blue Super Sonic. No, I'm not kidding, this is actually a glitch in the game. To perform this glitch, all you have to do is, with 50 rings and all 7 Chaos Emeralds, simply look up until the camera pans, and then just do a double jump, and bingo, you have a blue Super Sonic. Except he's actually not very super, and he can lose his rings, and he's basically just Sonic, but hairstyle. He's basically Sonic fresh out of bed in the morning with no superpowers whatsoever. However, if you manage to pull this glitch off and don't lose all your rings and still have over 50, if you double jump again, Super Sonic will be restored as normal. This next glitch involves Knuckles and just how he can break the world just by doing one simple thing. If at any point Knuckles is trying to climb up onto a ledge and his animation is interrupted by a moving or sometimes stationary object, this completely breaks all collision in the stage, and he's able to walk through walls or fall through floors.
Yep.
This was first seen on the conveyor belts in Press Garden, which completely breaks everything, but this glitch can also be used to completely break Hydro City Zone Act 2. By interrupting Knuckles' climbing animation just on this edge, you can jump through the wall, and then basically, if you get the right amount of height and a slide midway, you can actually glide all the way to the goal and set a record time. This glitch is absolutely hilarious, especially when you don't expect it and you're climbing a ledge and suddenly a grabber just throws you through the ground and to your death. Yep, definitely one of my favorite glitches in the game so far. Here's a glitch in Stardust Speedway that completely breaks the game. In an area just before the Act 1 boss, if you stand on this spot here and spin dash through the tunnel, when you emerge from the tunnel and land on the ground, Sonic will continue spinning to the right. Inevitably, the Act 1 boss will begin, and what will happen is Sonic will just keep spinning around. Speed of sound in the corner of the screen. Now, thankfully, I had Tails with me, and with time and patience, I actually managed to beat this boss with Tails. But that wasn't the end of the glitch. Oh, no. What happened next was something entirely... Sonic and Tails both end up pushing against the edge of the screen where it locked previously, but now they just stay in place and don't go anywhere. However, Tails proves to be a lot stronger than Sonic and pushes on through. Wait, Tails, come back!
Sorry, Sonic,
I got places to be, I got things to do, futures to attend. Oh, and also the game is now soft locked. You'd have to restart your game or the console entirely just to get anywhere. A slightly lesser version of this same glitch happens if you end the act with a 10-ring box and you happen to be on the left-hand side of it. Once the scorecard disappears and you're trying to get to Act 2, your character will just get stuck pushing against the ring box, and that's kind of it. You're soft locked again.
Hey, I'm Talon, and this is Rumpus, and I'm going to show you how to start an online t-shirt business. Next,
let's move on to a really interesting glitch which actually helps skip the Act 2 boss of Press Garden. The glitch begins at this tree cutting machine, and what you have to do is push this tree down ever so slightly and then make your way to the boss area by taking the top route. You'll see this badnik floating around the star post, and his sole mission is to freeze you. What you want to do is jump towards this badnik and have Tails get frozen as you enter this half pipe, and as you loop around and come back up towards the star post, Sonic will also get frozen. The two of you will now slide into the boss area, and Tails will slam into the tree that blocks off the capsule that ends the act. You can now just free the animals while the heavy shinobi jumps around in the background. A strong theory about why this glitch occurs is to do with the way the game handles sprite management. Once you activate the tree cutter and make your way to the boss, there's a ton of sprites possibly loaded in memory. When Frozen Tails slams against the tree that blocks off the capsule, there's tons of shards which are also separate sprites. It's possible the game reaches its maximum amount of sprites that it's allowed on screen and actually despawns the tree, allowing you to gain access to the capsule.
And look at that, that boss is still
this is easily the
moving,
best setup for this
even
boss
though
skip,
they
but
activated
what happens
the capsule.
if you just use Sonic? You'll notice that the camera doesn't actually shift over to where the capsule is, and it's still in a screen
Sonic
lock.
is
The
strong
secret
now.
to the screen lock being deactivated is actually Tails. The moment Tails moves over to the right, the screen lock is cancelled and you're able to reach the capsule. In trying to get this glitch to work before Darkspine Sonic found out the real reason to what activates it, I did a bit of messing around and actually managed to despawn Heavy Shinobi. He just went straight up ninja and didn't appear at all until about 20 seconds later, where he surprise attacked me, and that was kind of that. All in all, this is a really interesting glitch, and it's amazing how simple it is to set up. Moving on to another boss skip now.
I
This
like
happens with
the
Knuckles in Mirage
Saloon.
Saloon Act 2.
Yeah, I like
Just
those
before the
Mirage
boss
Saloon
is this giant wall that if you climb all the way to the top of the screen, you cannot actually jump over this wall. However, if you hold right and then jump and re-grab the wall instantly a couple of times, you can actually get Knuckles to stand on the wall. The way to do this is to hold right and then press 2 jump buttons at the same time. If you do this 3 times with a bit of practice, you can actually get on top of the wall and jump over. If you now jump down the other side of the wall, you can find the capsule just to the left-hand side of the screen, and also the gun that fires you to Oil Ocean on the right-hand side. Although I wouldn't recommend jumping in the gun before you activate the capsule, as the game will lock up and you won't be able to do anything. Mirage Saloon actually has a bunch of interesting glitches, some of which I know how to trigger and others are just a complete mystery. In the first act of Mirage Saloon, you're flying around in the plane with this beautiful purpley color palette in the background. Halfway through the act, the color palette is supposed to change as it moves from early morning to daytime. However, this didn't actually happen for me, so everything just remained purple for the entire act, which I actually didn't know was a problem until I played my second time through. Now, I've got no idea what causes this, but I'm pretty pretty sure it's a trigger somewhere in the act that changes the color palette, which we somehow skip, but I've still no idea. It seems to happen pretty randomly. But here's a glitch in Mirage Saloon I definitely know how to trigger. Once you arrive on Eggman's train, you can find one of these lightning shields hidden in one of the carriages. Now do a single jump into the gun that fires you to the tornado up in the air. Once you're in the gun, mash the jump button, and when Sonic lands on the tornado, he'll continue jumping and won't stop. This also means the trigger for the boss to activate doesn't happen, so we're just flying around up here forever. Well, hey, at least the view's nice. But here is my all-time favorite glitch in the entire game so far. At the beginning of Mirage Saloon Act 1, Knuckles is hanging out on the back of the tornado and then he's knocked off to start his own version of Mirage Saloon. Now, just playing through the stage as normal as could be, you'll find that there's a giant ring on the back of Eggman's train. Now, the thing about special stages is they sometimes reset a lot of flags within the normal stage, which in this instance means that when you're fired back up to the tornado, Knuckles is back on the plane. Oh, but it gets better. After you defeat the Act 1 boss and the plane is shot down, just to check out Knuckles. Knuckles is such a badass. The first time I saw this, I nearly lost my mind. It's hilarious. Before we finally leave Mirage Saloon, let's check out one last glitch, which is to do with the debug mode. Playing with Sonic with debug mode active, simply place a goalpost anywhere and finish the act. When it now transitions from Act 1 to Act 2, the game will get confused and put Sonic in Knuckles' Act 1. Also, the background will be scrolling as if you're still flying on the plane, which is kind of trippy. This is really cool to play as Sonic in Knuckles' Act 1, but it's not really designed for Sonic, so it's actually a good job you have debug mode so you can clear some of those large cliffs. You can even take on Knuckles' version of this boss, which is really cool. However, the game won't be able to transition from Act 1 to Act 2, and the only way to do it is to pause the game and then restart the act. And this will correctly transition Sonic from Act 1 to Act 2 of Mirage Saloon. And finally, one last glitch in the final boss. During this boss, Eggman will try to grab you with these giant purple hands. It's possible for Sonic to avoid both of these hands altogether, but Tails just be in the right spot to get caught by both hands at the same time. If this happens, the game doesn't know what to do and basically won't move any further forward. And you guessed it, the only way out is to pause and restart the boss fight. Now, this is a very rare and very difficult to pull off glitch, but it does happen. I guess we won't be finishing this game anytime soon. And that wraps up the most interesting glitches in the brand new Sonic Mania. Of course, this is a brand new game, and other things may be found, and a lot of this stuff may be fixed, but hey, it's been entertaining. If you're interested in breaking boundaries or the beta of Sonic Mania, then why not check out my good friends Beta64 and She Says, who have both and if you're interested in what we think about Sonic Mania, then you might consider checking out Game Club Podcast and the episode where we talk about Sonic Mania. It's a real good time. And if you like this episode, why not check out the rest of the...
And of course, a+start, you know, follow him on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. So yeah, I guess that will do for the video. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, be sure to see me when my next reaction. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you in the next video. Bye.